At this point, I swear we live in bizarro world. Take a look at this shit.
And you bring a gun into the district, you mark my words, you're going to jail. I don't care if you have a license in another district, and I don't care if you're a law-abiding gun owner somewhere else. You bring a gun into this district, count on going to jail, and hope you get the gun back. And that makes all the difference.
Yeah, it's amazing how accountability works. You know, when people think that if they actually get arrested, they might have to do time, and they might be taken off the street. It sort of puts a little different message into people's heads.
You know, when I first heard this clip, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. I really, really did. And the only reason I even consider that is because she's been vocal about supporting the Second Amendment in the past. So part of me thought maybe she just doesn't have the two-way intellectual sophistication to understand the nuance of what she just stepped into. But here's the problem. She didn't need to say any of this shit. The drop in crime in Washington, D.C. has nothing to do with confiscating guns from law-abiding citizens. Nothing. It has everything to do with enforcing those laws against criminals, which is exactly what the gun community has been saying for decades. You don't need more gun laws. You don't need to harass lawful gun owners. You enforce the laws already on the books against the criminals. That's it. And that's why this whole moment was unnecessary, because instead of crediting enforcement, you redirected the blame towards lawful people. And that's why you're getting the backlash you're getting. Now, here's where it gets really dangerous. Listen to the language she uses. Responsible gun owners. Do you hear what that's turned into now? Because apparently being a responsible gun owner now means being okay with unconstitutional gun laws. It means accepting laws that are explicitly targeted against lawful gun owners and are the absolute worst when it comes to protecting the Second Amendment. So let me get this straight. Being responsible now means obeying unconstitutional laws. Being responsible now means supporting laws that criminalize people for exercising a right. Being responsible now means compliance. That's the standard? So when they tell us to turn in our guns, when they tell us to give them up, when they talk about confiscation, because let's not pretend that's not exactly what's being implied here, if we comply with that, we're still responsible gun owners? Is that the end game? Because that's where this logic goes. You redefine responsibility until it means obedience. You redefine responsibility until it means disarmament. And then you point at the people with no guns left and say, see, responsible gun owner. That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. And that's why her follow-up video didn't fix anything.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here in the office, and some people are concerned about something I said yesterday, so I want to be crystal clear. I am a proud supporter of the Second Amendment. I have guns myself, long guns, handguns, and I'm a proud high-yield gun owner. In fact, I even keynoted an NRA convention. However, you need to be responsible, and every responsible gun owner that I know makes sure that they understand the laws, where they are going, and understand whatever registration requirements there might be. President Trump's goal here, and my goal as well, is to make sure we take guns out of the hands of criminals. There is a reason that we have the lowest homicide rate in recorded history. We're taking guns off the street, illegal guns, in the hands of criminals who want to use those guns to victimize law-abiding citizens. There's a big difference here. You're responsible, you follow the laws, you're not going to have a problem with me.
That didn't clarify anything. You didn't backtrack. You didn't say that this is what I meant. You didn't correct the threat. You quietly doubled down. Just be responsible and you won't have a problem with me? That's insane to say within the context of which you were talking about. If we're just talking about owning a gun responsibly from a safety standpoint, I'm with you. But because history shows us where that logic leads, we've got plenty of responsible gun owners in this country who don't have any guns anymore. Entire states full of them. What sense does that make? I don't care what conventions you spoke at. I don't care what guns you personally own. I can only judge you by what you said because you are a political commentator. You comment on this stuff. If you're a politician, I would judge you on what you say and what you do. But you speak on this. You're not a politician. I recall I've been on your show once or twice, and it hurts me to make this video, but it has to be done. And what you said honestly sounded worse than most anti-gunners. At least they try to hide it. You didn't in this case. So forgive me if I don't extend any more benefit of the doubt here. You either put your foot in your mouth in a massive way or you accidentally said the quiet part out loud. Either way, the backlash makes perfect sense. And that brings me to this. You kind of fucked around and kind of found out. Not physically, but rhetorically. You found out that the Second Amendment community is not passive, not apologetic, and not willing to let responsibility be redefined as surrender. That's why I made the fuck around and find out apparel that you see on this hat. We have them in shirts, we have them in hoodies, we have them in drinkware, you name it. It's not bravado. It's not machismo. It's a warning. This right matters. We take it seriously. And some people only learn the hard way. If that resonates with you, you can check it out at shop.mrcolionnoir.com. I'll put a link in the description section of this video because some people learn and some people find out the hard way. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.